Hey guys, thanks for watching Nerf Socom reviews. I'm Julian.
I'm Adam, and today we're going to be reviewing the Nerf Speedswarm. This is a new one that came out. It's Dart Tag. So first we're going to get into the looks.
First off, it is very wide. It's interesting because it's very wide, and there's a blue trigger on the gun. It's very weird.
You wouldn't expect, it's different from every other color on the gun. You normally don't see that with Nerf. Normally they try to stay with one profile. I'm guessing because it matches the darts. It has no sights, so you have to just align up here, but that's okay because it's not accurate anyway. And it has two sling adapters here and here. This one's really big. I don't know why. I might consider using a sling, but the darts, even though they don't come out real easy, they still might fall out if you're running around with a sling.
There's a large grip to the gun, so it's for a larger hand, most likely because my fingers don't go all the way around. So
it fits with anyone's hand, but it's definitely larger than you see with some of the guns.
This gun is similar to the Swarm Fire because it's got fully auto. It looks just like. This gun is also smaller and stronger too.
It has no rails, but that's to be expected with a dart tag gun. Normally I don't put those on the dart tag guns. And it is a lot larger than a normal pistol, so you're not going to be able to fit it in any stocks. Like, I don't think you'll fit it in the vest stock because it's so bulky. Now we'll get into the functioning. It's got a 10 dart full auto rotator, which means it's automatic. You don't need to pump it or anything. One thing we have noticed with the full auto, the electric, is it does take a long time to respond when you pull the trigger. And this is with brand new batteries. We just got these in today, and we've only gone through like 5-6 rounds with this gun. But it is definitely slower, and it's slower than the Swarm Fire as well. But it is very powerful because they made it so that the darts are really tight.
This gun has an ambidextrous use because all it has is a trigger, really, and that's the only function it has. You can use it, you can dual wield it, which is really nice.
It has ridiculous power. I think it's probably because the darts go in there very tight, but it's stronger than any other gun we've seen out of the box. I thought the Long Strike was going to be the strongest one we'd ever see out of the box, but this one has ridiculous ranges. It's not that accurate, but it is really strong.
This gun is very noisy. Everyone's going to know where you are when you're shooting it, because it's very loud. Yes. The gun has, you have to use 6 AA batteries with it. The batteries don't come with the gun. So.
You may have noticed this, but it does unwind if you have to, which is actually really good because you don't want to keep the spring under tension. So when you shoot halfway, it's going to come back for you, which is really nice about this gun. What I really like about this gun is that there are no air restrictors to push the darts out. Normally on the forward-loading guns, front-loading guns, there's an air restrictor right here, and then when you put the dart in, if you wait long enough or if you move, it'll push out a little bit, and then it'll be very ineffective. On this one, I'm guessing the air restrictor is back here and activates and comes out as soon as you shoot it, because the darts stay back and there's nothing back there. You can see straight through the gun when you look in the back. Of course, apart from this rod here. It is awkward when you manually rotate the barrel. Sometimes it doesn't do it, and I'm not sure if you're supposed to do that because it is really awkward. If you wait and you just about to shoot it, then it rotates really easily. I'm not sure if you're supposed to rotate it. It seems like you would, because if you have half of it and it's halfway, you'd think you'd want to rotate it, and you can rotate it, but it is awkward and it sometimes gets hard. It depends on where the gun is in the functioning, if it's cocked a little bit or not cocked at all. Okay, now we're going to get into the pros and the cons of the gun.
This is probably one of the most powerful dart tag guns that you can get. We weren't expecting it at all.
No, we were expecting a really weak gun because it's dart tag. Another pro about this gun is that it is extremely simple. There's no switches on and off. There's no releases. All there is the trigger. It operates as an on and off switch. So that's the only function on it. So it is easy to use. Another pro is that it is full auto. Once you get it shooting, it is faster. It takes a long time to get shooting. A long time because we tested actually shooting at each other, and we were out of the way by the time it finally shot. But it does shoot pretty fast once you have it going.
Another pro is that this gun doesn't have any air restrictors, so the bullets won't get pushed out.
Okay, now let's go into the cons of the gun.
It is very noisy. Everyone is going to hear where you are, so...
The next con is it's a very slow response, as we were talking about earlier. You have someone you're going to shoot, sometimes it'll take too long and they're going to get out of the way.
This is a gigantic pistol, so
Can't fit in holsters.
Yeah, it's kind of heavy.
Another con we found is that there is no safety switch of any kind. That can be a pro because it's more simple, but normally you see with Nerf guns, or automatic Nerf guns, an on and off switch somewhere on the gun. This one you can just pull the trigger at any time and shoot it. You can consider that a pro because it's simpler, but I would rather have a switch to turn it on. Another point we want to make is that the batteries will require frequent replacement just because it is an automatic Nerf gun. So if you don't want to spend a bunch of money afterwards, you might want to consider getting a spring gun rather than an automatic. But very good because it's powerful. Okay, now let's see the shooting of this awesome blaster. Okay guys, we're outside firing test. We have 3 tapes lined up to 65 feet. I think it'll reach 40. Shooting the Speedswarm, fully auto. Okay, so we reached our expectations. First darts around here. This is 30 feet. Next darts, I'll swim around here, which is 40 feet. I expected it would have reached around 40 feet. We have more over here, nearing the furthest. It looks like 55 feet, but that was when we pointed at an unreasonable angle. So most of them swarmed around here. So I'd bring the effective range back 10 feet, and if you are within 30 feet, you're going to get hit by this. So I'd say the effective range of the Speedswarm is 30 feet. Thanks for watching Nerf Socom reviews for the Speedswarm.